In recent days, heavy rain, hail, and strong winds have hit Chongqing. Just days earlier, WMO Secretary General Celeste Saulo had visited the city and praised its advanced early warning system. As extreme weather becomes more frequent and severe, early warnings are becoming more important than ever. So how is the global push for early warnings for all progressing?
For WMO, we know that early warning for all is crucial, especially next year. We are promising everyone on Earth is underprotected by early warning for all. So what's the progress so far?
Well, we are very proud of the progress we achieved so far. We should mention that before this initiative, of course, the WMO was working on early warning systems. That's natural because that is our responsibility. But framing it as an initiative that goes from UNDRR, WMO, ITU, Red Cross, indicating that this is a systemic approach. A systemic approach implies different organizations. I think that systemic approach is one of the main achievements of the Early Warnings for All initiative. At the same time, we have a monitor system to see how countries are doing, and currently 60% of the world informs to have a multi-hazard early warning system, which is okay. It's a good advance. It's not enough. Maybe we will not achieve 100%, but what I'm sure is that the level of awareness and of visibility of the importance of having early warnings in place has changed abruptly, and that is thanks to this initiative. We can highlight the number of observations, the quantity and quality of the data that is used to monitor an extreme event is very, very important. Then you have the quality of the forecast, which is also very important, and we need to improve that, of course. Then you have the communication. Communication has different elements. You have the technological communication that by cell phone, radio, TV, or whatever, or then you have the human communication. Because translating technical information into something that every person can act on is very complex. And then you have, of course, the response, the capacity to respond. It's not the same for every country. In the aftermath of an extreme event, you will find different capacities, and this is something that we also need to reinforce.
Where they have the things moved like faster than you expected, and some probably may remain some different gaps?
Well, the gaps usually happen at the level of the least developed countries or the developing world, where they lack some of the resources needed to evolve early warning system. But I would like to highlight another challenge, which is the occurrence of extreme events is more frequent. More populations are exposed to extreme events. The gaps that, as you mentioned, are not only for the least developed world or small islands developing states. I would say that the whole world is exposed to more extreme events. So I think that the gap is that we are not fully yet prepared for the events that we are exposed to.
China have billions of people, and China has built up a great deal of experience in early warning for all. So in your view, what's the most valuable contribution China does?
China has contributed in many aspects to this initiative. First of all, I would say that from the leadership, there is a clear understanding and a clear support to the concept of people-centered early warning systems, and that nobody should lag behind and that everyone should be protected. That message and that vision can be witnessed in all the developments that you have in China. So China has the technological advances, the innovation, the data, the satellites information, all the satellites that have been deployed, and recently MASU that has been developed as a comprehensive early warnings for all system that can be deployed in almost any country to to generate the capacity to provide early warnings that are tailored for different populations. Of course, that needs work, that needs investment, but China is willing to do that.
As you can see, Chongqing, we have complex terrain, so it will cause the related high disaster risks. Why this city is worth paying attention to?
It's very interesting, Chongqing, because it has a very particular geography in terms of being between rivers, being between mountains, having also a huge urban development, and because of this combination, there are a particular set of hazards that affect Chongqing that are very extreme, and lessons learned in this city can be used to prepare early warning system in other cities. Cities are growing very fast, and although the geography may not be exactly as complex as it is the geography here in Chongqing, the growth of cities in Southeast Asia, in many cities in Africa and in Latin America will witness similar situations as Chongqing witnesses today.
This February, probably you have heard about this. Chongqing's AI-powered flood mitigation project has been shortlisted for the Dubai International Awards for Best Practice. So this just probably suggests that meteorological disaster prevention is increasing this thing as part of urban governance. And from your point of view, what is the real international value of the case like Chongqing, and how should this kind of capability be evaluated in the future?
If you look at the developments here in Chongqing, there are tons of information combined in support of decision making. And urban management is extremely complex. You have different dimensions, from infrastructure to traffic to people to political decisions to economy to meteorology and climate and hydrology. So there are the complexity and the velocity. Everything happens so fast in a city. So it requires very fast systems. So I believe that it's very important to use climate smart systems, weather smart systems to manage urban areas, because they are essentially very complex, and you cannot afford not using relevant information into your decision-making system or planning system, of course, because you have millions of people also living in this kind of area. So certainly the impact of what you do is much larger.
One last question, wrap up. As extreme weather becomes more frequent and severe, what is one message you most want governments and the public to take seriously in the coming years?
We cannot change what is happening. Of course, in the long run, we can be responsible for our actions. But what we can do now, and we must do now, is to be alert and react when we have an early warning in place. It's better to make a mistake because you followed an early warning and nothing happened. That's not a big deal. I think a big deal is to lose your life because you did not pay attention. So it's about us being responsible citizens that follow the warnings, follow the recommendations, and behave as we are recommended to behave.